Under the guidance of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, our beloved leaders were shaping the destiny of millions and working for complete political freedom for our motherland, for all castes and creeds. In the small town of Anand, in the Kaira district of Bombay State, two humble and devoted men, Shri V.D. Patel, an eminent engineer, and Shri B.K. Patel, a distinguished educationalist, were busy thinking about an equally important problem facing the country, the problem of India's villages. Villages with no proper irrigation system, where famine was a constant threat. Villages with inadequate sanitation, drainage and roads, breeding grounds for germs and people. Villages deserted by their young men who might cities in search of better paid jobs. Villages in a pitiful state of devastation. To stop this, the Patels felt that rural population should be given employment and education. The villagers should have essential amenities, pure water and drainage, good roads and electricity for domestic use and for cottage industry. The Patels discussed the problem of bringing life back to the villages. They realized that one of the ways to rejuvenate rural areas was to set an example in their own district, an example for villages to follow all over India. First, they decided to establish a self-supporting university of the modern residential type, which would preserve the best of the ancient heritage of Nalanda and Taxila, together with the best of the traditions of Western universities. It was a dream. To turn this dream into reality, they had no money, no building, no land. And yet land was, of course, the very first thing they needed. They searched and finally selected a vast tract sufficient for their purpose. But it was the Detroit country, where passers-by were robbed in broad daylight, and where Chatur Sardar was a virtual king. But it took more than bandits to discourage the Patels. They merely helped to strengthen their determination. They evolved a scheme whereby those who contributed land would get half of it back as building plots. This had an immediate effect, and they received land from almost all the landowners. At a place which had become notorious for murderous disputes about even an inch of land, it was indeed astonishing to see people eagerly coming forward to give more land than they were asked for. To develop the project quickly, the Patels came to live on the spot. Even the suspicious Chatur Sardar was impressed. He realized that their activities were meant for everyone's prosperity. And eventually he came to assure them of his loyal support. Next, work started on a new dream. A blueprint for a university township was prepared. And when complete, it was shown to those who had given land. They agreed to pay 1 rupee per square yard for the improvement of their site. Immediately, land leveling operations were started. And the inauguration of the brick and lime kilns was performed by a Hariyana. large engine was installed to generate electricity for domestic use, and to power a small workshop where fixtures and fastenings for the buildings could be made, and to power a sawmill where doors, windows and furniture could be produced, and even a small waterworks to ensure a regular supply of water. These workshops and factories gave employment to all the local families. Laborers who worked during the day made the nights melodious with their devotional songs and performed folk dances to amuse themselves and also the Patels. Once all the basic construction material was ready, in January 1947, the organization started work on the Vallabhbhai Patel Mahavidyalaya, and in June 1947, as soon as the walls were built, the college started to enroll students. Today, the Vallabhbhai Patel Mahavidyalaya, the first arts and science college, has its own palatial building, covering an area of 1 lakh square feet. At the entrance is inscribed Sardar Patel's inspiring message: mere learning devoid of character is fruitless. We have to train the future citizens of free India. We should not turn out mere spineless job hunters. We must produce here selfless, fearless, adventurous, devoted, strong and healthy soldiers. Inside, the college has up-to-date laboratories where students are given every possible opportunity to carry out their research work and other scientific experiments with the help of the most modern equipment. The college is fortunate in having the well-known educationalist Shri N.M. Shah as its principal. Archaeology has a respected place here. Old manuscripts in Sanskrit, inscriptions, images and old coins are part of the large collection. A year later, in June 1948, the Birla Engineering College was ready. This has been named after the noted philanthropists, the Birla brothers, who donated 25 lakhs of rupees to the institution. The opening ceremony was performed by the last Viceroy of India, Lord Mountbatten. This college has a separate drawing hall where 600 students can work simultaneously. Under the able guidance of its principal, Shri S.P. Janaka, the college is training students with the aid of the latest equipment and machinery and is giving the country hundreds of young, intelligent and fully qualified engineers who will soon play their part in shaping the future of our nation. The township was named Vallabh Vidyanagar, a befitting tribute to the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhai Patel. The 13th of February 1949 was a golden day in the history of Vallabh Vidyanagar. Sri Jawaharlal Nehru, our beloved Prime Minister, visited the site